Hey guys, Jim here. Welcome into a special little episode. This is the A99 by Eric Michael. You guys may know him by his trade name, which is Maker Knives. Now, I had a chance to share with you some Maker knives in the past. I have a bitchin' little neck knife that I got probably about 2 years ago from Eric. And I love it. I think it's one of the coolest things ever. What he's done here is he has created his first flipper, and he wanted to make it a micro flipper, which is really super ballsy. You know, it's one thing just to make a folder, then to make a flipper in a normal size. It's hard enough to make that step from fixed blades to that. But to get into a micro size, just how small is this? Let's put this next to some of the smallest knives that I own. Here is one of my Steve Skiffs. Oh yeah. That's only a 3-inch blade on the skiff. Here is one of my two Blue Maxes. Jerry Moen makes these in two sizes. I had the large and the small. And when we get this open and put it next to this, you see just how tiny it is. That's right, ladies. Look how tiny it is. It's okay. It still does the job. May not be as impressive. Don't mock me. And up next to a standard size 3.5-inch folder right here with the SD2 by John W. Smith. And we see this is a really fun little micro backup. I mean, I honestly don't think somebody's going to carry this as a primary, but wow. Nichols Blackout Damascus, carbon fiber bolster, white C-Tech scale, all done over a toxic green G10 liner, carved titanium lock side with matching carved titanium sculpted clip. This is a shitload of detail for such a teeny tiny little knife. Killer action. He's using a flat face D10. You can feel it when it breaks loose. This is a knife that's really easy to give you close-ups on. So there is the Nichols Blackout Damascus. Beautiful pattern on this. Great etching by Eric, by the way. You know, not the most challenging thing to etch, but not the easiest either. I see a lot of guys doing this that are less experienced, and it's just tones of gray. And Eric was able to bring out that rich, deep black and that nice contrast. So good job on that etch. It looks really, really good. Nice clean carbon fiber work. And a nice mating of materials here. You actually do not notice the transition from bolster to scale. Did a great job. You don't feel it anywhere, as a matter of fact. He's done some great contouring all the way around, chamfered all of the edges all the way around. And that nice sandwich of materials right there. Look how that meets up. It's really, really nicely done. He does give you plenty of room to drop your thumb in there. He has relieved both sides, the presentation side as well as the lock itself, so that in that teeny tiny little space you're still able to access that lock. There's the lock engagement. Early but solid. Nice carving here in the titanium, all done by hand. Eric doesn't have a CNC or anything like that. He's using, what really, many would consider to be very, very basic knife-making tools in order to create these things. Now, he's actually made quite a few of these so far. This was kind of my favorite. He made this to match a fixed blade that went with it as a matching set. This is not my knife, by the way. I'm so in love with what Eric's doing, and I'm so backed up with all the orders I have with so many makers. I've had a spot on Eric's books for 2 years that I haven't used up yet, and I just haven't had the time or honestly the funds. This shit gets fucking expensive. I'm not going to lie. I've procured a lot of knives over the past couple of years, and as I move up in my collecting, they get a shitload more expensive. 3 years ago, if you would have told me I was going to spend over $4,000 on a folding knife, I would have told you to go pound sand. Well, I'm doing that now. So it gets to be uncontrollably expensive sometimes. So I just haven't had a chance to get my build done yet by Eric, and I feel bad for that. And when I saw this, I told myself, dude, I'm totally in love with it. That is so sick. It is so awesome. And so he built this for a customer along with the fixed blade. He was actually going to send both to me, and I said, no. I said, I feel bad enough that I'm a slow ass when it comes to making these videos. That's why I don't do guest plate anymore. I don't want to have somebody else's knife in my house for 2 or 3 weeks because my life gets in the way from me to sit down, and make these videos. So I said, just send me the one. At least the dude can get his fixed blade at the very least. So to whomever the mystery customer is, I apologize. I've had this now for 2 weeks. I am going to try and turn this around right away and get this shit straight out to you. It's a badass little knife. I had to do a video on this because there are people that just love the beauty of micro or mini knives. To get that in a frame lock, to get that in a frame lock flipper, and to get one with such snappy action. I've held a couple micro-size flippers and they really didn't flip all that well, or you had to put a lot of effort into it. This is just effortless. It's definitely more of a push button. If he would have moved his flipper tab further forward, like if he would have put it right here, it would have been a great light switch. But because it's already so small, you're not holding it normally, you're already pulling it forward in your hand. You're having to pull it further forward to access this. It really wants you to push button it. I can give it a little light switch. Yeah, and it still opens up nicely. There's only one nitpick I have about this is right here. It's got a really, really sharp edge on it when you go to close it. And this is where the blade is engaging his exposed blade stop. If that was just slightly rounded off, it would be a little bit easier to manage. And yes, sometimes your hand will get in the way. Just the nature of the size of the knife. But I've had a lot of fun playing with this. It is super sweet, super cool, great execution all the way throughout. So if you like a neat little, tiny little micro knife, I don't know that Eric's books are open. You can certainly try, you can certainly ask and say, hey, I saw that little A99 in the Damascus. I thought it was really cool. I have some ideas for my own build. Would you take me on? Maybe he will. I'm not going to speak for him. But I think it's just damn cool. There are not a lot of guys that are doing micro flippers. And like I said, the few that do, it's really hard to execute on that action. And he's done an excellent job. And if this weren't Damascus, I think it would be even smooth enough to close on its own. But you can definitely feel the grain structure and the etch of that Damascus as it rolls across the D10 ball right there. But I mean, everything about this is just well executed. Nice centering on the blade. You do not snag the tip. I know people are looking at that going, well, that tip's sitting out there a little bit proud. Actually, no. No issues there. Doesn't snag on me at all. Great mating of the materials. I love the color choices. Kind of bold to put the green up against the white. I think that looks really, really good. Not enough people are working with C-Tech, I don't believe. I think C-Tech is just badass. It looks totally cool. I've never seen it in white. Didn't know it was available in white, but there it is. Puts a little lanyard on here so that you get a little bit more to grab onto. Again, this isn't your primary knife. It's probably going to be sitting in your back pocket, or it could even be on your offside pocket, just kind of as a little backup. So you've got that little lanyard there to kind of help you out, to get it out. So that's it. It's a rather short video, haha, for a rather short knife. But there's not really a hell of a lot to talk about here because there's nothing to really critique. He's done an amazing job. He's got a nice action on it. It's quick. It's fast. Beautiful edge on that Damascus, good edge on that Damascus, nice clean little cutter, very small cutting edge, but I mean obviously it's a small friggin' knife. Nice lock engagement, it's very, very solid, nice mating of materials, everything that was done here. Oh, I just noticed this. He used a carbon fiber backspacer. My apologies, I didn't see that earlier. There we go, very, very nice. The added detail of actually doing a sculpted titanium clip, yeah, this is a premium custom knife by a really good dude. So please go check him out. I will put his Instagram and Facebook and all of his contact info and shit down there in the description. Like I said, I don't know if he's taking orders, but if he is, go for it. Try and get in there. Make some great fixed blades. I love my little neck knife. I was ignorant and didn't grab it to bring it out here, so I apologize for that. But just a sick little knife. And you know what? Just to have it for the fun of it, to be able to do shit like this. And go, look how tiny that knife is. Hoo boy! Hoo boy! It's fun just to do that. I don't know why. Yeehaw. No, I promise I haven't been drinking and I don't do drugs. Ah! Hey, boy! Maybe that'll be my new thing. I'll just open every video and close every video with a big old "hoo boy." Hoo boy! No, no, let's not. Seriously. So there you go, guys. Eric Michael, Widowmaker Knives. Sick little micro flipper. Killer action, if I can keep it from hitting my hand. And a nice choice of materials here. Go check out his Instagram, see the other cool shit he has done. And I'm out of here for now, guys. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll catch you, bye, on the next video.